Hi friends, my name is Akil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how to insert data in PostgreSQL tables. So this is my profile. I have 13 plus years of experience on Microsoft technologies. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is how we can insert data in PostgreSQL. So let's jump to the demo. So in my last video I shown you how to create a table in PostgreSQL using GUI and using SQL query. So I created two tables and I will be using those two tables today to insert the data. So I have three databases here, and the tables in which I will be inserting data exist in the testing database. So let me expand the testing database and then let me expand the schemas, and under schemas I got two tables, employee and employee2. So if you want to check the data, like how many data exist in the employee table, so we can right click on the table and go to the view, and we can click on all rows. So it will show you the data, how many records exist in this particular table. So you can see that the query ran and it seems like it doesn't contain any data, so the table is empty. So now let me just try to insert some data into the employee table. So I can just right click on the employee, I can go to the scripts, and then I need to click on insert script. So it will generate the insert statement, and I can modify this particular statement to insert the data into this particular table. So we are going to insert the data into the employee table. This is the name of the columns. So I can modify this statement here. For example, I can give an employee ID here 1, and then I need to insert the employee name. For example, I can write Akil Ahmed, and then I need to provide employee's salary. So maybe I can provide 100, and then the date of joining. So maybe I can give 01/01/2021. Alright, so this is one of the insert statement that we are going to insert the data into the public schema under employee table, and this is the name of the columns and the values that we are going to insert. So we can just select this particular statement and we can click on execute button. So it seems like the insert ran fine and the query returned successfully. So now I can go back to the select statement, and I can just try to rerun this query. So now you can see that a record has been inserted into the PostgreSQL table. So this was one of the method that you can use the insert statement. Okay, and suppose if you want to insert multiple records, then you can just copy paste and then modify your query here. For example, employee2 and something. This is the way that you can use the insert statement that is generated by the PostgreSQL query as well. And now the second way is that you can just copy paste the same query, and instead of writing like the values, we can write select here, and you can remove these brackets from here, and I can modify the query. For example, now I want to insert something else, Abhishek Sinha, and for example salary is 120 and the joining date is October 25, 2021. So this is another method that you can write a select statement here, and you can also select data from multiple tables or from another table, and then you can insert that data into the main table. Okay, so you can use any select statement here. I can just copy this particular insert query and I can click on execute. So the query runs successfully as well, and if I try to select the data now, so there should be two records. So you can see that this query also ran fine and inserted one more records into the employee table. Okay, so this was another type of query which can insert data. And for example, if you need to insert a lot of records, maybe 10 records or 20 records, then you can just modify this query again. Like what you can do, instead of writing multiple insert statements, you can just simply insert multiple records in a single query. Okay, so for example, if I want to insert 3 records here, so you can just modify the query like this, that you can just put the values after putting a comma here. So I already have 2 records in my SQL Server table, so let me just modify this one, Ashish Raghav, and maybe 140, and yeah, joining date maybe 2020. Okay, and now let me put the 4th record as well, Rajdev 150, and maybe 11, and the final one, 5th record, Thomas Sorensen, and maybe 200, and the joining date, yeah, I can put maybe 05/30. Alright, So this is the insert query which can insert 3 records into the employee table and in a single insert statement. So I can just execute this query. So you can see that 3 records has been inserted, and if I now try to select the data from the employee table, so I can just run this execute query, and you can see that now we got 5 records in the table. Last 3 records are inserted by a single insert statement. Yeah, so this is the way how you can insert the data into the PostgreSQL tables. So I will share all these insert statements and the create table statement with you, so you can just download all the scripts from the description of the video, so that maybe you can test it by yourself. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.